back to the Black Leather Eyes channel. Jason here. Okay, so it's been a few weeks since I made a video, so I had planned to do one at the start of the week, but we were away celebrating my dad's 70th birthday, and when I came home I was so hungover it was unreal. Anyway, so yeah, big pile of records here. Just going to show stuff that I've been listening to. Most of this is like 70s hard rock, 60s, 70s hard rock, stuff like that. So yeah, I hope everybody's alright, and cheers. Great. Alright, so a few weeks back, James, aka Mr. Boulder, done a Judas Priest ranking, which I really enjoyed, and that had me digging out some 70s Priest stuff, which is my favourite period of Judas Priest. So I'm going to start there, and then I have a load of stuff that's just random. What we're listening to in the background, if you can hear it, is Flowers of Evil by Ruth White, based on and reciting poems by George Baudelaire. So came out sometime in the 70s or something, I think. This is a reissue that I bought, I don't know, a long time ago. Okay, so yeah, listening to a lot of Judas Priest. This album here, Rock-a-Rolla, is a bit of an underrated record for me. Well, it's very underrated in their catalogue. The main thing I don't like about this record is this awful cover. It's terrible. I remember reading somewhere that this cover was submitted to the Rolling Stones, and they turned it down, which was a good idea. The art department in Gull showed it to Judas Priest, and they really liked it, and apparently they wrote the song based around the cover. It inspired the song, apparently. I remember reading that somewhere. Maybe I'm pulling that out of my arse, I don't know. But I absolutely love this record. A lot of people say that their sound isn't here, but for me, the sound that they were famous for in the 70s is already basically here. I just really love this record. As I say, cover is pants, but yeah, the start of Priest, amazing. I can hang with Priest right up to and including Jugulator. Jugulator has the last really good Priest song I ever heard, which is Cathedral Spires. But yeah, so Killing Machine by Priest. This record sounds great. It's got Les Banks on drums. But to me, this is where things start to get dumbed down a wee bit. They're starting to really streamline their sound, and you can hear where they're going to go over the next few studio albums. But still really enjoy it. Well, you know, Delivering the Goods, Hellbent for Leather, Killing Machine, Run Away Before the Dawn, Evil Fantasies, massive whiff of Queen. Really good record. Yeah, Blasting Out Stained Class by Priest as well. I was never madly in love with the song Exciter, especially on the studio album. The live version is really good, but I think it's a bit of an overrated song, to tell you the truth. White Heat, Red Hot, Stained Class, Saints in Hell, Beyond the Realms of Death is an absolutely amazing tune, and the mellow parts in that sound a wee bit like Styx's Sweet Madam Blue. But great album. This here is one of my favourites. I've had this since I was a teen. It's racked, the cover's racked. Record's still great now though. Yeah, I could do without Diamonds and Rust. Although when I first heard this, I did go out and buy some Joan Baez albums because of that cover. Like the Diamonds and Rust LP, full album. Opens up with Sinner, amazing. Starbreaker has a little bit of a disco feel to me. You remember like when Disco Doom was something in the 90s for about 2 seconds? Well, Priest were doing it here in the 70s. And because I'm a child, I always snigger at the song title, knowing that Rob Halford was a gay man. Starbreaker, yeah. Last Rose of Summer. It's not a bad track. To me, the second side of this is where all the goodness is. It's amazing. Let Us Pray, Call for the Priest, Raw Deal, Here Come the Tears, Dissident Aggressor. A classic of the 70s, hard rock metal. And yeah, Sad Wings. As you can see behind me, I have an original poster from the 70s. And this album to me is just... I can't think of anything I would put above this album from their catalogue, so this has to be my favourite record from the 70s, and my favourite record above everything else Priest ever done. I always wondered if the track listing was supposed to be the same as on the back of the cover. But yeah, what can you say about this? It's got the most amazing cover they ever had, I think. This is my favourite Judas Priest logo. I love the way the album starts with the guitars just coming out of the void and straight into Victim of Changes. Ripper's a horror rock classic. Dreamer Deceiver that goes into Deceiver. Amazing. Dreamer Deceiver is a highlight for me from any Priest record. Tyrant, Genocide. Epitaph is a song that a lot of people hate. To me, it's a key to this record. This record wouldn't work probably without it. It's an amazing song. I love it. I love the way Halford sings and goes into those really low notes on the last verse. Island Domination's amazing. Yeah, I just totally, fully love this record. I love how it sounds like it's an orchestrated piece of classical music or something. And the piano gives it a grand gothic feel to me. And this cover, unlike Rockarola, completely suits what's in here. What else can you say about this? I think it's absolutely amazing. Tyrant. When they go into Mourn for Our Souls, that's amazing. All of it is superb. Yeah, probably my favourite Priest record. Here's one that gets compared to Sad Wings of Destiny. Well, I've heard people say that over years. Medusa's Trapeze. Weird, right? Because this is basically a blues rock album, heavy blues rock album. It's really good. But the song on this, called Jury, is what people are talking about. This came out in 1970, so Jury is a proto-metal jam. Proto-doom too. Absolutely amazing track. But I love Seafool on this as well. So this obviously has Glenn Hughes and Mel Galley, who was more famous to me for being a member of Whitesnake, and has Dave Holland, who went on to join Judas Priest. But the song Jury, if you like 70s Priest, that song off this album, been amazing. I also pulled this out as well because, well, it's Spooky Tooth, Spooky 2. I hadn't listened to this in ages, and obviously Priest on a cover of Better by You, Better Than Me, and this has their version of Evil Woman, which is great. Not to be confused with about 5,000 million songs called Evil Woman. But yeah, Spooky 2. It was good to hear this again. You know, gospel influences, a wee bit of psychedelia, hard blues rock, really good. Here's another one that reminds of sort of 70s Priest. Heavy Load's debut. This is a reissue. I don't think it's an official reissue. Actually, I don't think they ever did it officially, reissued officially. This record sounds best when played very loud. Yeah. This has some brilliant moves from '78 heavy metal, like Priest. Still a lot of progressive blues and stuff going on in it too, but it's really moving into what we would know as heavy metal music. Really enjoyed this. Heavy Load, Stronger Than Evil is my favourite Heavy Load album. Amazing record. Here's a band from Scotland. I think this came out in when did this come out? 72. This is Bodkin. This is really good progressive rock. My friend contacted me a few months ago and he picked up a new reissue of this. It has the original cover art and stuff on it. But this is one that came out in our Karma, which I picked up in 2000 odds, I don't know. But yeah, really good. Loads of Hammond organ, just brilliant progressive rock, just grinding away. Loads of great riffs. 3 Days After Death Part 1 and Part 2. And then on side 2 you've got Auntie Mary's Trash Can and stuff like Plastic Man. Cracking. Scottish progressive rock. It comes packaged in this amazing cover. Oh, I'll show it. Fuck it. Which I put away separately because it's a pain in the hole. But it folds out into this big, massive cross. It took my fucking eye out there. As you can see, it's insane. This image is lifted, I think, from a. Well, I have a book by Dennis Wheatley that has the exact same photo on the front cover. Here's one I think's a wee bit overrated. I think this is from '72 as well, and this is the debut album by Bang. A lot of people compare this to Sabbath and Pentagram and stuff. If you're into that, you might like this. Depends what mood I'm in when I hear this. I have all of the Bang stuff here, and they got more middle of the road as they went on. This one is more of the heavy rock sound, proto metal sound. And stuff like the Queen's good, Future Shock, Questions, stuff like that. Yeah, Bang. Is it 72? Or is it earlier? I'm not too sure. Yeah, recorded in 71, so I think it's a 72. It came out in Capitol Records. Not a bad record. I think it's a bit overrated in certain circles. The sound of it is a wee bit nasally and can get on my nerves a bit, but some really good proto metal on it. Here's another one that gets a lot of love that I really like. Randy Holden, Population 2, Hobbit Records. This is the first official reissue of it. It picked up maybe 2005, something like that. Signed by Randy Holden here. Signature edition, numbered and signed by Randy Holden. Yeah, big lumbering doomy blues rock. It is a cracking listen if you're in the mood for it. Yeah, brilliant record. The second Buffalo record, Volcanic Rock. It was good to hear this again. This cover is hilarious, I think. Complete cock rock. So you've got that big thing with an arse there going up to a man with no willy holding a big massive red rock cock. What's that about? Yeah. This and their second album, I was very disappointed in their first album. I heard a lot about it when they picked up the first album. It was alright. But this one just completely kills things. It's great. If you're into Sabbath and stuff like that, the heaviness on this is great. Sunrise, Freedom, The Prophet's brilliant. Shylock is absolutely superb. Pound of Flesh. Yeah, great record from 1972. Australian rock band. This is Narcoma reissue. The original Vertigo's, even when I was looking for that stuff back in the early 2000s, late 90s, it was expensive. I'm blasting a bit of Shades of Deep Purple. I absolutely love Mandrake Root in this. So when this came out, 68. When I was younger, it was all about the Gillan period of Purple. This, my brother let me hear, and I fell in love with it completely. More of a 60s sound. The band were very influenced by Vanilla Fudge and stuff like that. But I love the song Mandrake Root on here. Absolutely amazing track. Hold on, I'm going to turn the record over. Salem Mass, Witch Burning. This is another reissue I picked up years and years ago. This isn't a bad prog rock record. So, I mean, you've got this when this came out, early 70s. But yeah, decent progressive rock music. Loads of moog and great organ sounds on it. But it's the best to me when they get a bit darker and gloomier. Like the first track on this, the 10-minute opening song, Witch Burning, is a superb song. Here's a blistering bluesy Hendrix rock record. And I was able to pick this up really cheap before the prices started rising on it. Parish Hall. This is the original Fantasy record. So, yeah, this came out in 1970, I think. Is this 70? I think this is 1970. But brilliant heavy blues rock. Hendrix influence, as I say. My Eyes Are Getting Heavy and stuff like Lacana. Absolutely amazing. Skid Row Runner, another cracking tune. Superb vocals and amazing guitar playing. This one I absolutely love to bits. It's a band called Jericho. This is an original A&M. Whoever owned it was called Hard. Yeah. I think this is from 72 as well. There are a lot of 72 in here. This is, if you like stuff like Captain Beyond and stuff like that, you might like this if you haven't heard it. A lot of people into progressive rock and all know this album really well. But Ethiopia, Don't You Let Me Down, Feather Bed, Justin and Nova, and the last song, Kill Me With Your Love. Amazing track. Got some brilliant heavy rock in it too. Brilliant proto metal stuff on it. I just really love this record. Superb record. Yeah, and I mentioned this band a minute ago, and this is their debut. Captain Beyond. What an amazing record. This just grooves non-stop. Loads of brilliant riffs. The drumming on this is phenomenal. So you've got Rod Evans here, who's in Deep Purple, and Bobby Caldwell from Johnny Winter, and you've got like Rhino and Lee Dorman from Iron Butterfly. So it's an amazing lineup. I love the way all these songs weave in and out and back to each other. It's such a superb listen and an absolute classic. You all know this, and it's, yeah, Dancing Man. I think the first couple of songs I ever heard of this record in the 90s, my friend got a mixtape and he let me hear this. Got a mixtape sent to him, and Mesmerization Eclipse was on it, and Raging River of Fear, and I was blown away by it. A lot of musicians always talked about this record, so you got a lot of love from those circles. Yeah, Captain Beyond. I think their third album is quite underrated too, and they have a different singer. I like it as well. Incredible Hog. This band's originally from London, and this came out in the early 70s. Heavy, some of it has like a glam, 70s hard, heavy glam sound on some of the tracks. It's just brilliant, solid, heavy rock. Been reissued a couple of times. I have this in a couple of different versions, different covers. But yeah, Incredible Hog, amazing record. Liam, Rack My Soul's amazing. Tadpole, Losing Myself to the Sea, Walk the Road, stuff like that. I think I picked this up one year at a record fair in London, and just completely blind by and fell in love with it. Bullfrog, this was from 76. I love that cover, really colourful. Yeah, Bullfrog. This was produced by Connie Plank, who was famous for doing a lot of that early krautrock stuff. This guy, the singer on this, he's got such a smoky voice. It's like you just want to hit him a slap and get him to cough up a lung. It sounds like he smokes about 5,000 fags a day. But quite funky, bluesy. The last song, Desert Man, goes into a bit more weirder territory. So yeah, good progressive rock. Not bad. Solid record. Enjoy listening to it again. So yeah, Bullfrog from 1976, I think. Here's an absolute gem. the first Scorpions record, Lonesome Crow. I mean, Shanker, I think Shanker was a teenager when he played on this. And how you play guitar that well being a teenager, I have no fucking clue. I mean, the guy, to have that much feeling, that much soul in your guitar playing is something else. This album blows me away. So I first picked this album up when I was exploring 70s Scorpions, and I fell in love with Uli John Roth stuff, Virgin Killer, In Trance, Taken by Force, all that amazing stuff. And I picked this up when I was exploring all that, and it didn't have that sound, so I thought it was alright, put it away, and didn't listen to it for a very long time. And then as the years went on, you know, I was exploring a lot of psych and prog and krautrock and proto-metal, hard rock, 70s hard rock and stuff like that, and I went back to hear this again. Pulled it out one day, stuck it on, and I was floored by how good it was. I'm Going Mad, It All Depends, Leave Me, In Search of the Peace of Mind, Inheritance, Accent, and Lonesome Crow. This album just fucking rocks. It's brilliant. I think there's probably a lot of people who are fans of krautrock and heavy psych and stuff who probably give this a bye ball because it's Scorpions and they're thinking rock you like a hurricane and stuff like that. But no, amazing. Not there's anything wrong with the 80s Scorpions, I love it too. The Marvel World of Icarus. This is a reissue picked up years and years back, but the opening song on my videos is by Icarus. It's a song called The Devil Rides Out. They first released it in single, but I picked this up in CD first, and it was on the album as bonus tracks. It's not on this record, but this is such a fun record. Heavy rock, blues, soulful bits and pieces, a bit of psychedelia, psych, and it's all about the Marvel world of Icarus. It's all about Spider-Man, Thor, songs on here from Conan the Barbarian, Iron Man, Captain America, Things, Silver Surfer, Black Panther. Really fun record. Gets a lot of love, and I think it deserves it. It's a fun LP. Okay, I'll do this last one because we're at 20 minutes. There's a load here. I'll probably make another video. Frigid Pink's third album, Earth Omen. Always really like this album. Doesn't get as much love as their first two, but and this definitely adds more of a European prog rock sound into their stew of flavour of their music. But Miss Evil, Sailor, Earth Open's really good. Lazy Day's a bit of a mellow song, and it's not bad because it's mellow. It just depresses me sometimes. But the last track in this, tucked away at the last, is a song called Mr. Blood, which I absolutely love. Yeah, so that's Frigid Pink, Earth Omen. It's good to listen to this again and give it a blast. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll probably do another video showing a shitload of records I have here, which is a lot more 70s, 60s stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you later. All the best, bye!